U.S. President Joe Biden has announced plans to drop food and essential supplies on the Gaza Strip as the humanitarian crisis worsens. "We need to do more and America will do more," President Biden told reporters on March 1, saying the aid being sent to the Gaza Strip is not nearly enough. President Biden said the plan to deploy planes to drop aid, including food and necessities, on the Gaza Strip will take place in the next few days. Other countries, including Jordan and France, also dropped aid into Gaza. At the White House, spokesman John Kirby emphasized that the aid drops would become a sustainable effort. President Biden said the U.S. is also considering the possibility of establishing a maritime corridor to deliver large amounts of aid to Gaza. The United Nations Office for the Coordination of Humanitarian Affairs, OCH, said at least 576,000 people across Gaza, a quarter of the region's population, are facing high levels of deprivation and hunger, dire and one step away from famine. According to the United Nations World Food Programme, WFP, almost the entire population of 2.2 million people need food aid, with 1 in 6 children under 2 years old suffering from severe malnutrition. Gaza is witnessing the worst levels of child malnutrition anywhere in the world, WFP Deputy Executive Director Carl Skau said at the United Nations Security Council on February 27. Gaza health authorities accused Israeli forces of killing more than 100 people while trying to reach an aid convoy near Gaza City early on the morning of February 29. Israel blamed crowds surrounding aid vehicles, saying victims were trampled or run over. An Israeli official also said the army had a limited response, later opening fire towards the crowd they felt posed a threat. More than 30,000 people have been killed in Gaza since the war between Israel and Hamas broke out in October 2023. Palestinians face an increasingly desperate situation after nearly 5 months of conflict. People in the Gaza Strip have to eat livestock feed and even cacti to survive. Doctors said children died in hospital from malnutrition and dehydration, while the United Nations admitted facing overwhelming obstacles in delivering aid. According to health authorities in Gaza, the high death toll underscores the horrific months-long ordeal of the Palestinian people in the Strip, in which Israel's aerial bombing campaigns and ground attacks have caused the vast majority of residents were displaced and created a catastrophic humanitarian crisis. The U.S. proposed a temporary ceasefire at the United Nations earlier this month, but vetoed calls for an immediate end to the conflict.